Hey guys, welcome back. We're out here in the cold with the BCM to continue our testing of this rifle. We made it to 6,030 rounds in our last test. And just to remind you guys, we have done nothing to this gun in terms of maintenance. No oil, no opening the action. It hasn't even been opened up since we started the test of this gun. So no lubrication, no cleaning, no wiping down of the parts, nothing. So at 5,000 rounds, we did an accuracy test. Some of you guys have said, well, show us what the accuracy looks like. Go back to the 5,000 round test. We have a playlist with all of the videos right there for you guys to check out. Look at the 5,000 round test and you'll see what the accuracy of the rifle is compared to what it was in the first video. And it really, we had seen no measurable degradation of the accuracy of the gun at that point. But I did pick up a bore scope, and I had ran that bore scope down the muzzle end of the gun, leaving it taped up like this, and checked out what the barrel looked like. Now keep in mind, you're going to see an awful lot of carbon and copper fouling inside of there. And we saw some gatoring. It's some little squares, looks like gator skin of the metal surface inside the barrel. Some of that's the copper jacket. Some of it looks like it might even be some of the chrome plating. Keep in mind, we've been very hard on this barrel. When we run this gun, we get it so hot that the gas tube will actually start to glow red hot in broad daylight. And so we have seen some barrel wear in here. We also took a look at the port erosion, which is perfectly normal. And I did a bunch of Google searching and trying to find sectioned barrels of machine guns with various round counts. And we've learned that the port erosion really isn't, off what it should be for a gun that's been abused like this one has been. The bore, I'll let you decide for yourself what it looks like to you. I'm by no means an expert. By the time we're done with the test, we'll take this gun. Chase at Definitive Arms has promised that he would section this barrel and we can get a closer look at it without the bore scope. But I wanted to show you guys some of that bore scope footage because I personally found it real interesting. I'll let you be the judge of how well it's faring. All right, so last time we did it, 12/24/19. We're going to go ahead and rip the tape off and start going. Now, also, I would like to thank our friends over at Big Daddy Unlimited. Big Daddy Unlimited supports us here at the Military Arms channel. And all I ask of you is just to go over to our blog and our website. It's a good way to keep in touch with us just in case we get cut off from YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. We have our own website. It's militaryarmschannel.org, O-R-G. And right there at the very top, you're going to see a button you can click for 20% off your membership. But that first month is only 99 cents just to go in and see the types of deals that BDU offers. Basically, they cut out the middleman, and there's all sorts of really good prices on products in there. So please check it out. Head over to militaryarmschannel.org, click that button, get 20% off the next month and recurring months. But that first month, again, is only 99 cents. All right, guys, let's grab some magazines full of federal ammunition, thanking those guys for supporting the channel and doing this crazy test, and let's get started. I get a number of questions about the barrel that's being used here on the rifle, and I believe I brought it up in the first video, but what we have is obviously a M-LOK rail system on here, and the barrel itself is kind of a heavier weight profile back here, and then it tapers down right about where my finger is here, down to a standard profile barrel, so it's a slightly heavier barrel. It's a mid-length gas system. It's only 14.5 inches long, and we have a pinned and welded BCM muzzle brake on the end. All right, everything else then is just standard BCM stuff. Standard BCM lower, buffer tube, trigger, everything's all factory BCM. All right, let's go ahead and lock the bolt back to the rear. We are using a whole bunch of OK Industry magazines. These things absolutely rock. So, actually this one might not even be OK. But most of the magazines we're going to be shooting at today are the OK Industry mags, because our Butler Creek automatic magazine loader died and we had to hand load all these magazines. So we got literally 1,000 rounds loaded. So the barrel cooler still works, but they're no longer being manufactured. Here we go. First mag down. We're doing this in groups of 5. All right, so we got through the first 5 magazines, and now we're gonna let the barrel cool off and do another 5 mags. All right, here we go again. Oh, it was sluggish. Went home, but it was awful sluggish. Uh-oh. This is the first time we've used a brand new OK Industries mag, so I don't know if that's causing it to be a little sluggish. We haven't used a lot of these mags yet. They're all brand new. Here's one of the older ones. That one went chambered just fine. Here's one of the brand new ones. Another brand new one. .300 rounds, I think. No failures. A little sluggish on that first magazine, but that magazine may have had a little bit off of a fit. Wouldn't be the first time we ran into that with a magazine. All right, let her cool off and continue testing. Let's resume. Uh-oh. There we go. Again, that's one of those brand new OK Industries mags, never been used before. All right, so it is perhaps a little bit sluggish. The only 2 times we've had it not chamber that first round was on a brand new OK Industries mag that hasn't been used before. But I don't know if you count that as a failure or not. Pull the T-handle to the rear, let it go, bolt went home, and so far so good. So let you guys be the judge if you consider that a malfunction or not. Me, I didn't. So we'll let it cool off and put another 5 mags through it. Here we go again. Let's see. Close that time. P-mag's not dropping free. All right, still running like a champ. Looking good so far. We haven't tightened any of the accessories. Nothing's loose. So far, so good. Still working great. We got a little bit of a blizzard rolling in here. Can't really call it a blizzard. But I hope you guys enjoy the snow. I love filming in the snow. That ejection's getting kind of erratic. We're seeing quite a few just kind of fall out. In our last video, one spent case actually fell back into the action, but it was the last round fired. When I dropped the mag, the empty case fell out. But there's some gas port erosion going on there that I showed you guys. But if anything, that should be over-gassing the gun. Now keep in mind, we're shooting 223. We're not shooting 5.56. And Paul Harrell has a great video on that, talking about the differences between 223 and 5.56 in terms of bullet velocity and pressure. So 223, not 5.56 that we're firing out of this thing, and it's still doing surprisingly well. Most of the rounds seem to be landing right over there. The last 5 of the 30-round magazines. Will she make it? We're going to find out. Guys, that will be a total of 7,080 rounds we have fired through this rifle with no lubrication, no wiping any parts down, not even breaking the action open. We have done nothing to this rifle except shoot 223 Federal out of it. And if you would ask me if it would make it, any AR would make it 7,000 rounds without at least one hiccup with zero maintenance before this test, I would have told you, well, you probably have a malfunction or two. I'm a big fan of the direct gas impingement system. I have several videos out there talking about why it's a genius design. It is a piston gun. The piston's just in the bolt carrier, but it's really, really interesting. But those people out there that say they don't want direct gas impingement because it poops where it eats, are you changing your mind yet? Well, maybe by the time we hit 10,000 rounds, if we do, maybe that'll change your mind. Me, I am pretty darn happy with the results so far. All right, we're going to tape this thing up, give you some final thoughts. We'll put it away until next time. Well, it looks like the snow went completely around us. Jason says it was snowing more up north. So let's tape this bad boy up. This time we're going to put the number of rounds fired on it because we keep having to go back to our old videos to see how many rounds we fired. And tape's acting goofy, but it's taped. All right, there we go. Grab my Sharpie here. Today is Friday. So we are 2/7/20, and we're at 7,080 rounds. And there you guys have it. I think I already shared my final thoughts with you guys. You know, like I said, I've been a big advocate of direct gas impingement firearms, rifles, ARs, not too many other guns that use direct gas impingement. You know, the French experimented with direct gas impingement around the turn of the century. They used it successfully with their own rifles, the MAS series of self-loading rifles that were post-World War II. Then, of course, Eugene Stoner took their concept and changed it to make it all his own, where the French rifles impinged the gas directly on the bolt face, carrier, I should say, of the carrier face. Eugene Stoner made an internal piston, and the gas expands, working that piston, and pushes the bolt straight back in line with the shooter. So it's really a genius system. What it doesn't need, it just vents right out the side of the bolt carrier. And the carbon, it just seems to cut away the carbon that, you know, might be getting in its way. 7,000 rounds is pretty darn impressive. All right, guys. Thank you for supporting us. If you'd like to support us here at the Military Arms Channel so we can continue to do things like this, swing by and check out Patreon. There is a link down below in the description. Also, we do have the capability of doing YouTube memberships now. So the video you're watching right now, either on your mobile device or on your desktop, you'll see a little join button right underneath the video player. Click that join button and check out what some of the perks are and consider supporting us here at the Military Arms Channel. And yeah, please swing by and check us out at Copper Custom as well. All right, guys, thanks for 12 years of support. And until next time, we'll leave this bad boy in the bag. Time to put it away for a while. Thanks for watching.